Baldness or hair loss is one of the most dreaded situations people can find themselves into. This is because this will not only affect their overall physical appearance but can also affect their emotional status as well. Experts categorize hair loss into two types: the permanent hair loss and the temporary hair loss. Permanent hair loss is associated with hereditary factors. People who have a bloodline that is prone to baldness cannot do much anything about it since it is in their genes. The pattern baldness or androgenetic alopecia can affect both men and women. In men, pattern baldness can lead to thinning hair and receding of hairlines even at an early age. Eventually, this condition may lead them to total or partial baldness. In women, pattern baldness may come at a much later age and does not lead them to total baldness. Usually, the thinning hair manifests at their temples and hairlines. When it comes to temporary baldness, it can be caused by certain factors such as illnesses, taking in medications for certain conditions, undergoing medical treatments wherein the drug that was used takes too much toll on the hair, hormonal changes which can either be caused by pregnancy or by taking in birth control pills, hairstyles that put too much pressure on the scalp and stops it from growing new strands of hair, and using hair products and treatments that may irritate the scalp and affect healthy hair growth. Prevention as the key. People who have risks for pattern baldness cannot stop the condition but can slow the rate of hair loss through various treatments. But for those who are undergoing temporary hair loss, prevention can be the key to avoid total baldness in the long run. The following are some of the tips that can help prevent hair loss. 1. Proper diet. Having a diet that is balanced is one of the major keys to prevent excessive hair loss. Eating foods that are nutritious, especially for the hair, can be an effective tool to fight against the signs of hair loss. People who are experiencing hair loss because they are undernourished should take time to make a diet plan which can provide sufficient nutrients not only for the hair but for the overall health as well. 2. Developing good hair habits. Unhealthy hair habits such as improper handling of the hair can lead to excessive hair loss. People, especially those who have sensitive scalp, should ensure that they handle their hair gently, especially when it's wet. Proper handling to wet hair is very important because the hair is weaker when wet. If possible, opt for natural air drying methods instead of using electronic ones such as blower. 3. Stick to one hairstyle for a longer period of time. This will really help you prevent hair loss because you are letting your hair undergo its normal growth cycle. If possible, try to avoid hairstyles that are tight like buns, ponytails, or braids because these put too much pressure on the scalp and hinder it from growing. 4. Don't twist, rub or pull your hair. People who experience hair loss are those who twist, rub, or pull their hair often. If it has become a habit, try to break it. You can do this by focusing on other things instead of putting too much pressure on your hair and on your scalp.